tonight, summer heats up by a lot.
Hydration is the key.
How Winnipeg organizations are preparing for a dangerous week. Also tonight, getting your groove on. Who's braving the heat at Birds Hill Park? And later, meet the zoo's latest addition.
Running around in their enclosure.
Why these baby birds might be tough to spot.
CTV News. Live from downtown Winnipeg with Taylor Brock.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Staying cool over the last couple of days has been hard. It's about to get even harder. A heat warning is in effect for nearly half the province, including Winnipeg. CTV's Joseph Bernacki reports.
At Main Street Project, staff are collecting cases of bottled water.
Hydration is the key in extreme heat, I would say, and people experiencing homelessness are the most vulnerable.
Deere says the organization's water drive is a summer staple during periods of extreme heat. The more cases of water donated, the more are flying out.
The van outreach is running 24/7. They are always giving out water bottles.
Main Street Project is asking the public to drop off water here at 176 Logan. As temperatures are expected to remain in the mid-30s until early next week, Environment and Climate Change Canada says staying hydrated is key to staying safe as temperatures roast southern Manitoba, and that's before even factoring in the humidity.
Human X values will be more like low to mid 40s, so definitely reaching that dangerous zone for sure.
Corriveau is urging people spending time outside to be aware of the symptoms of a heat stroke.
So if you start to feel dizzy, like a headache, you just start to feel like uneasy, then time to go inside. Find some air conditioning for sure. Don't play around with this kind of heat this weekend for sure.
And it's not just people trying to beat the heat. At Assiniboine Park Zoo, animals of all types are finding different ways to stay cool.
The wolves will be the same kind of idea where they're tucked into the shade. They'll dig a little nook in the ground, a little den, if you will, and they'll kind of tuck themselves into the earth because the earth will be a lot cooler than the surface.
LaFleur says all the animals will have fresh water, and those who can will swim.
If they have a pool in their habitat, that will be clean, freshly filled, ready to go for them to dip in and cool off.
Joseph Bernacki, CTV News, Winnipeg.
The city of Winnipeg is encouraging people to use one of the 9 hydration stations set up in the downtown and other neighborhoods. It's also reminding people they can seek refuge from the heat at leisure centers and libraries. Instead of 1 tornado, the Northern Tornadoes Project says it was actually 3 that formed near Riding Mountain National Park late last month. NTP has confirmed 2 additional tornadoes were generated in the area by the supercell thunderstorm on June 28th, the same storm that caused the EF3 tornado near Rossburn. An EF1 tornado left a 330-meter wide, 1-kilometer long path of tree damage near Little Menzie Lake. A second tornado developed a short time later near Roynick Lake, causing EF2 damage. It traveled 6.8 kilometers with a path width of 440 meters. High-resolution satellite imagery was used to confirm both of the new tornadoes. The Manitoba government is rolling out several financial measures to help people hit by flooding in recent weeks.
We have our finance department and EMO working through the weekend to put money into your hand.
The province will be providing a $500 cash advance to people who have applied for disaster assistance. The Premier says it will be coming by check, along with a letter outlining the DFA process. Wabkanu also noted people don't have to wait for assistance to start their repairs, hire contractors, or order building materials, but they will need to keep photos and documentation of the work being done. 1,800 applications have already been received from people in the flooded areas. The Red Cross will also be in the Swan Valley region and Swan River this week to help with personal recovery planning.
This personal recovery planning that is available to you and to anyone who's been impacted by the floods this year allows you to sit down with somebody with the expertise to sort through how are you going to plan to manage your finances over the coming weeks? How are you going to maybe cash flow getting your basement repaired?
The service will also be available by phone. The Premier says 5 teams of 25 people from Team Rubicon will be rotating over the coming weeks through the 3rd week of August to help with cleanup in the Swan River Valley. Manitoba is also partnering with the Canadian Red Cross to take in donations that the province will match. Canoe says the total cost of the storms to the province are still being worked out, but could approach $300 million. The flooding, which forced the evacuation of Dawson's Regional Health Center, is having a ripple effect. Officials have canceled this year's National Ukrainian Festival. In a news release, organizers announced they're pulling the plug on this year's festival, which was scheduled to run from July 31st to August 2nd. Consultations with the City of Dauphin, the RM of Dauphin, provincial and federal officials, and the festival's insurance provider led to the decision to cancel. The news release cites the closure of the health center as a key factor, meaning emergency medical care would not be available immediately if needed. The cancellation affects scheduled events at the Silo Festival site and the annual parade in the City of Dauphin. The news release says all 2026 passes for the festival, including camping passes and donated passes, can be rolled over and used for the 2027 festival. The 51st Winnipeg Folk Festival has returned to Birds Hill Park for a weekend of music and fun. The annual music festival is celebrating 25 years of the Young Performers program today, along with a series of workshops and kids activities. Folkfest has proven so popular this year that for the first time, it completely sold out before it even opened Thursday.
I think it's just become a tradition now. I've met friends here that I've stayed friends with the last 20 years. Now my friends are going and they're bringing their kids for the first time. So I think it's just become such a Winnipeg staple.
Actually, I was asked that question earlier, who am I most excited to see at Folkfest this year? And the best answer I could come up with were the people. It actually didn't boil down to a specific artist, although I'm excited for a good majority of them. You get stopped in your tracks by just the friendliest people, yourself included.
Folkfest runs now through Sunday with more than 70 artists on 9 stages. The lineup includes Of Monsters and Men, Wolf Parade, and Billy Bragg. Winnipeg singer Begonia is on the short list for this year's Polaris Music Prize. Begonia's album, Fantasy Life, is one of 10 on the shortlist for Best Canadian Album based on artistic merit. Quebec microtonal rockers Angine de Portrin, Halifax R&B and soul artist Aquaculture, and Toronto singer-songwriter Charlotte Kornfeld are among the first-time finalists. The winner of the $30,000 Polaris Music Prize is being announced in September. And here's our first look at tonight's weather. Yes, it is the nighttime, but it is currently 21 degrees Celsius downtown in Winnipeg, feeling more like 25 with the humidity. We are seeing a partly cloudy sky, feeling light winds with pressure rising. Tonight, we can expect those clouds to hang around with 18 degrees being the coolest it'll get for us. Tomorrow morning starts off at 22 degrees and sunny, but that's going to rise shortly in the day.
This is not private healthcare. I'm not going down that road.
The Manitoba Métis Federation is transforming a former federal lab, and it's not the only plan MMF has in the works. That's next. Downtown Winnipeg is getting a new research lab, which could include an MRI machine. The Manitoba Métis Federation has acquired the vacant National Research Council building on Ellis Avenue. The MMF says the lab will reopen with a diagnostic machine, and they have other plans for the building too. CTV's Jeff Kill shows us where else the MMF is eyeing.
A former federal lab on Ellis Avenue is coming back to life.
The variety of opportunities that exist in this building is phenomenal.
Vacated after a 2012 closure announcement, the Manitoba Métis Federation has acquired the National Research Council building from the federal agency after 8 years of legal wrangling and negotiations. They plan to use the office tower for MMF government operations. 120 child welfare employees will move in from another facility, and there will be a health and science component, including training for nurses, and labs will reopen for research.
Whether they are the small discovery that unlocks the next step, or that quantum leap that says cancer is now curable. They need these lab spaces to do that work.
There is also a plan to reestablish an MRI here. MMF President David Chartrand believes they could do 4,000 scans a year. He says the MMF could buy the MRI.
I think the MRI can be quickly. All we do want to go is make sure that the province is on site. This is not private healthcare. I'm not going down that road.
As long as the public is paying for it, then we can have a conversation about which way to deliver that service.
A quick look at the downtown skyline shows this is not the first property the MMF has taken over. Other holdings include the Bank of Montreal building at Portage in Maine, the former Bell MTS Tower, among several others, bringing their total commercial office space to more than 1 million square feet.
I thank them for their partnership and their commitment to downtown and its revitalization.
And Chartrand says they're also eyeing the Fort Garry Hotel if the price is right. It went up for sale earlier this year.
So looking at other investments right now, so we're not stopping here.
Jeff Keel, CTV News, Winnipeg.
The City of Winnipeg assessment values the hotel property at $22 million. The commercial real estate firm representing them says they can't confirm with whom they are speaking with about a potential sale, but they say that multiple positive, constructive interactions are underway with varied interest parties. It's going to be a big weekend in Morris. The Morris Curling Club is celebrating the grand opening of the Asham International Curling Development Center. The state-of-the-art facility offers support for athletes of all skill levels and features year-round ice, video analytics, and professional coaching staff. It's also the home of the Canadian rock thrower, which can quantify the science of sweeping, believed to be the only one in North America. It was created a decade ago and formerly known as the Cargill Curling Training Center. The club is hosting a grand opening tomorrow at 1:30 with representatives from Curling Canada, Curl Manitoba, the town's mayor, and others. Asham Curling Supplies was named the new title sponsor of the facility in a new 10-year deal. President Arnold Asham says it goes a long way towards training local athletes.
Germany, Japan, especially, and Korea, a number of those other countries are playing full-time, and if we don't start playing full-time and working with some of the training centers and training, we're not going to win any more world championships or Olympic gold medals, and we feel it's very deserving of our support.
To celebrate, the club is hosting a 2-day grand opening Golfenspiel, which kicked off today. 3 men are facing charges after a local delivery driver was subjected to a terrifying ordeal in 2024. Winnipeg police say the 22-year-old victim was making a delivery to a business in the 300 block of Nairn Avenue when someone put a gun to his head and forced him into the back of an enclosed trailer. He was driven to a storage facility on Notre Dame Avenue when suspects threatened him and his family before being forced to provide access codes to a storage unit. The suspect subsequently stole about $25,000 worth of merchandise. The victim was eventually dropped off where the whole ordeal began and reported the incident to police. 2 suspects were arrested in Winnipeg in 2024 and 2025, and the final suspect was arrested Monday in Ontario. They range in age from 34 to 43. Federal authorities are asking for your help tracking down a wanted man. 42-year-old Joshua Turner is accused of breaching conditions of his statutory release. Officials say he is known to frequent Winnipeg and Portage la Prairie, in addition to several communities in Ontario. He is described as being 5 feet 10 inches tall and 150 pounds with brown hair and hazel eyes. Anyone with information is asked to call 911 or one of the numbers on your screen. All municipal offices in Winkler remain closed following a cyber attack. On Wednesday, the city said it was responding to a cybersecurity incident that was impacting IT systems. It said immediate measures were taken to isolate affected systems and limit additional impact. As a precaution, certain municipal systems were taken offline while the situation is being assessed. Yesterday, Winkler was still working to resolve the situation, so it's decided to close Public Works, City Hall, and Meridian Exhibition Center administration offices for the remainder of the week. Meantime, Manitoba and Quebec boasted the lowest unemployment rates in the country last month. According to new data from Statistics Canada, the jobless rate in June for both provinces was 5.4%. That's a drop of 1% from May, and well below the 6.5% national average across the country. Employment was for youth and those aged 25 to 54, while it fell among those 55 and older. Get ready to step back into a simpler time without leaving Manitoba.
Welcome to Independence, Mr. Ingalls.
There's no post office, no church, no school.
What do you think?
So small.
What we wanted, right?
A reboot of the TV classic Little House on the Prairie debuted on Netflix yesterday. Although set in the Western American frontier in the 19th century, the 8-episode series was shot in and around Winnipeg. And filming is actually still happening. Just last month, the series was renewed for a second season. The Assiniboine Park Zoo is welcoming some new faces to its Toucan Ridge exhibit. Congratulations are in order for Scarlet Ibis parents Fifi and Floyd, who recently hatched 2 healthy chicks. The zoo says they are eating well and already practicing short-distance flights at the free flight area of the exhibit. The zoo's animal care team first noticed the parents building a nest in April. Despite their name, the chicks are currently sporting black and gray feathers. Their color will begin changing after their second molt.
Running around in their enclosure. They've been seen flying in their outdoor habitat with mom and dad, checking out the pond, meeting all the other birds in free flight. So if you're at Toucan Ridge, make sure you keep your eyes out.
These adorable chicks are ready for viewing now. No baby gifts are necessary. Santa Claus is coming to town, where the big guys in red are likely reconsidering their wardrobe choice. Plus, hot and hazy. We'll show you how long the heat wave will last. Still to come in your complete Skywatch forecast. Tonight's Skywatch pick of the day comes to us from David, who snapped this over at the U of M. You can send your weather photos to winnipegweather@ctv.ca. If you are going out and about this weekend and snapping some weather photos for us here, make sure you stay safe. It is going to be very hot. Now, because of that, there's actually a heat advisory and warning going on. I'll move to the side of the screen here just for a moment so you can, well, get a good look, but you're probably feeling it already. So the areas in orange right now, we are under that warning, including folks in Brandon and here Winnipeg, as well as the West Honk area. That is because of this long stretch of heat. We will be feeling temperatures really at about the mid to even low high 30 degrees Celsius mark throughout the week, particularly on the weekend. We'll chat more about that in a second. Let's take a look at some rain first, though. It might not really cool things down, though, if I'm being very honest with you. We're watching a system come into Manitoba overnight into early tomorrow morning. When it comes in, it's going to be very actually strong, pushing its way to, pardon me, a little further north, right along that northwestern Ontario border as things clear up in places like Brandon, because we've got a lot of sunshine on the horizon for us here over the weekend with that heat. Further north, though, right along the top of the border overnight on Saturday, that's really when we're going to see a bit of a, I guess, a break from the rain for you folks. But it is coming back with this system right here. It's going to be potentially bringing some very heavy rain early Sunday morning here in Winnipeg. We are actually expecting it to be mostly sunny. We'll keep an eye on that one, though. And as mentioned, that rain overnight in the north, which could actually extend to tomorrow throughout most of the day for places like Island Lake with a high of 26. And to the northwest, we're also seeing that chance of a thunderstorm tonight and tomorrow. Looking at the Westman region tonight in Brandon, 16 degrees as your expected low. Tomorrow, a high of 29. Sunny and hazy throughout the south, a high of 34 degrees for folks here in Winnipeg tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, Kenora, you folks could be getting some rain with a high of 30. Despite a heat wave gripping Western Europe, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in Denmark. Dozens of Santas, Mrs. Clauses, and elves from around the world are in Aalborg, the country's 4th largest city, for the World Santa Claus Congress. It's a midsummer tradition here, popular with families and all the shopping mall Santas looking for some more time as the big man during the summer. These sandcastles are far from child's play. One competitor is taking things up a notch in hopes of building the best sandcastle on the West Coast. Stay with us. Grocery workers in Wisconsin are facing off in the Great Wisconsin Bag Off.
I'm feeling all right. I knew I was gonna get like top place, but I didn't know I would win. But yeah, I did it. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty good.
I guess so. The competition recognizes cashiers and baggers by testing their professional skills. Contestants were judged on speed, weight distribution, and, well, overall technique and style, flair, so to speak. The winners from each district will soon meet actually in a state final. I wonder how Superstore employees feel about that one. Would you like to own a piece of Taylor and Travis's New York City wedding? But what if it was garbage?
Picking up garbage around Madison Square Garden as close as you would have gotten, so you can be here in Superior and carry around a piece of their wedding day in your pocket wherever you go. I wanted to come out and do...
This is Justin. He collects garbage from the streets of New York and sells it online. This week's trash includes an eaten ring pop, cigarette butts, caution tape, and one AirPod collected near Madison Square Garden on the day of Taylor and Travis's wedding. Justin says he's made more than $1,200 so far. Gotta wonder who's buying these things and which one of us is the schmuck. Tonight we are seeing here in downtown Winnipeg actually a little bit more traffic than usual, and as mentioned, very warm, so you're not going to get much of a reprieve with this heat wave overnight. Tonight we are going to feel temperatures drop a little bit actually to 18 degrees Celsius. Right now though it's at 21 degrees Celsius with that humidity feeling like 25. We've also got some light winds. Temperatures will though really spike on the weekend.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
As mentioned, we are currently under a heat warning. Well, not just here in Winnipeg, really most of southern Manitoba. To give you a good idea of what that is going to feel like, well, Saturday we see it's 25 degrees Celsius as our expected high. But tomorrow with haze, it could actually feel more like 42. Sunday, a little hotter with a high of 36 degrees Celsius. But again, because of that humidity, it'll feel a little closer actually for folks, more like a high of 45, 46-ish. So if you are one of these folks who are lucky enough to snag a pair of Folk Fest tickets, really make sure you're taking care of yourself. And if you don't need to be outside, just don't do it, folks. Stay in the AC. Under a cloak of darkness and lots of security, a nearly 1,000-year-old tapestry arrived in the UK. It looks a bit like a heist movie, but in reverse. It's the first time the Bayeux Tapestry has been in the UK since it was believed to have been created there. If you don't know, it's an 11th century, 70-meter-long embroidered cloth that chronicles the 1066 Norman conquest of England. It was ushered into the British Museum under police guard, where it will be put on display starting in September. We've got a question for you. What is the best footwear choice for a day at the Calgary Stampede?
Cowboy boots, very comfortable. They're not as soft as some of my running shoes, but in the heat, these are better.
To be honest, I just went with the outfit, but I've been here for like an hour and my feet already hurt.
Boots, sneakers, sandals, a podiatrist says they're all good choices as long as they fit properly and give good support. A pro tip from the show band players who rack up a ton of steps: get some cushioned insoles and your feet will thank you later. Ooh, oh boy. it's certainly one way to get your steps in. That's it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, and good night.